Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Noosh. What's going on? I had an idea. I don't know if you'll get the chance to read this on your own. So I said, why don't I recite this to you or read it to you? It is called This Will Set Me Free by Kristin Michelle Elizabeth. It's a compilation of poems. She has a lot of poems in here, but some of them are a little too she has different chapters. Like the first chapter is called Free. And then she goes into, different poems that she wrote. I personally like the last part of the book, which is called Rebirth. It's the chapter called Rebirth, and it's like I said, it's a poetry book. This poem is called Metamorphosis. Only those who stick around actually get to witness the caterpillar turn into the butterfly. It's those whose eyes were so fixated on the butterfly, they forgot that the caterpillar existed in the first place. I was hiding in my cocoon for so long, I did not know wings would come along with the darkness. But you did. Wow. Amazing. Then she has a poem called End of the Rainbow. You can be whoever you want to be, no matter what you are told. No one can stop you from finding your pot of gold. I feel like a couple of you need to hear this because we are in the moment of rebirth right now. Some of us are reinventing ourselves. Some of us are reinventing how we think, how we love, how we see ourselves, and also the world around us. It's also reinventing itself. As you can see what's going on around us as a collective, there's a lot of changes that are happening. A lot of things that our ancestors saw, and now we're seeing. Hint, hint, revolution, age of Aquarius. So here's another one. This is called When They Asked What Changed. Ooh, I love this. And I wasn't even looking down. Oh, talk about being intuitive. Talk about being right on point. So it's called When They Asked What Changed. I spent so much time feeding others' hunger. I realized it is time I start feeding mine. Some of you need to understand this poem. Most of you have been out here trying to validate yourselves through the opinions of others when honestly, you don't need anyone to validate you. You validate yourself. The most important validation comes from the one that you receive from yourself, not from someone else on the outside. Next moon. Next poem is called Full Moon. I ignored my thoughts, afraid I could not live up to my truth. But those ocean eyes seemed to keep mine. I feel like a teenage girl thrown off in a whirlwind. I must learn discipline. You've had my back from the moment I asked you to. What if all this time true love is me and you? For the first time in my life, I am opening up my heart to who and what I deserve. Ooh, I like that one. Next one is called The Sun. You are my fire, the one who aspires to inspire. When the world kicks me down, you make me want to try even harder, even if I burn myself in the process. That's like soulmate energy right there. The next one is called Alive. Fantasy is reality, even if it's temporary. Dreams are beyond ego. I would rather feel alive than try to convince a foolish mind how to understand a brain like mine. I like this one. Long time ago, I stopped trying to make people understand me because it kind of made me feel like, what am I trying to prove to them? Why do I want them to understand me? Then I moved into this era where it was like, those that understand me, they're cool. And if you don't understand me, I just don't care for you. Like, you could just go ahead and do what you need to do. Doesn't mean I don't like them. It just doesn't mean I'm very indifferent. Like, okay, you don't understand me, it's fine. I'm not here to make myself be understood. Isn't it funny? Like, growing up, you're totally misunderstood. And then you finally get to a point in your life where you're like, I don't even care if you understand me or not. Like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's totally fine. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep at night if you don't understand me. Like, I'm good. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, hallelujah. Next poem is called Ethereal. You might as well be the sky. That twinkle in your eye, please don't stop looking at me like that. You bring me right back to life. That's beautiful. That's more soulmate energy right there for you. Power. I like where this is going. The next poem is called Power. I'll be your muse as long as you are my fuse. Next one is called Starry Eyed. I miss the southern stars so much. I cannot help but look at you with that same amount of lust. Ooh, fire, 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 fire. Next one is called Haiku. The moon and the stars shine brighter than the city lights. You are on my mind. How many of you guys remember writing haikus? If you ever took literature, or if you ever had interest in language arts and literature, haikus were my favorite. Something so simple, but so profoundly deep. Right? Next one is called Gravity. He asks, how are you feeling? I want to ground you. We laugh. Because I was going to say, I feel like I am on Jupiter, about to take off for Pluto. But he already knows. His gravitational pull is the reason I don't float away. Next poem is called Grounded. The word grounded always had a negative connotation in my personal dictionary. That was until you came into my life. Yo, why are these turning into love poems? What the hell? This is supposed to be called Rebirth. It's like, what? What are you talking about? So maybe this person who she met that she's writing about helped her be reborn again. Oh, that's so poetic. No, Sheen, stop it. Stop it. Next poem is called Home. The air feels lighter. No wonder they call it Los Angeles, the city of angels. The sky is lit with pink and orange rays. A smile crosses my face for the first time in days. In this moment, I discover my truth. It's you. I'm finally back to you. This is a good one. Eclipse. Me, the emotional moon. You, the vibrant sun. Both of us more beautiful when we are one. Oh my God, that's so cute. I like that one. How many more do we have to go? Do I want to read all of these? Okay, hold on. Let me see how many more there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5 more. I think I could do this. Perseverance. That's what this one's called. I made a deal with the stars to keep going, to shine brightly, to help others find their way home. I made a deal with the stars to keep going, to shine brightly, to help others find their way home. When I die, I hope to be remembered as the one who never gave up, who lived to ignite the flame without the fear of getting burned, who saw the light in people when they couldn't see it within themselves. Is this about me? Is this about... Honestly, that's exactly how I feel. This poem really spoke to my heart. Speaking of spoke to my heart, the next poem is called Hidden Death. Death. depth. Depth, like, hidden deep depth. People will never recognize what has changed within you, what makes you tick, what sets your heart on fire, or what causes a rage within your bloodstream, unless they yearn to understand your soul. Oh my God, can we stop right here for a second on this one? This is exactly what I say. Find someone who yearns to learn about you, to learn your soul, to want to know about you. Surface people don't want to know about you. They don't want to know about your soul. They don't care. People who are deep, hence this poem, Hidden Depth. Find people who are deep, okay? Deep people will make you dive deep inside of yourself. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Head honest. I have never suffered from not knowing what I am. Rather, I want it all at once. But the ones who suffer the most do not know what they want at all. That is so true. Guys, if any of these poems resonate with you, please leave a comment at the bottom. I will leave the author's name and the book's name in the description box, okay? This poem is called Puzzle Solved. It's no longer a mystery. Watch us go down in history. Short and sweet. Now here's the epilogue. To the fire who illuminated the room in my darkest times, a continuous light, selfless and true, thank you so much for all that you do. Please don't stop taking the stage. You helped me through every single page. Your charisma reminds people like me to never stop fighting for their dreams. You encourage me to be the best I can be to help others who are hoping for a little light to shine on them so they can finally see the reflection of the human they always aim to be. Thank you for being a hero, for helping me through the blue, for reminding me it's okay to speak my truth. You are music to my ears. I finally overcome my deepest fears. Wow. I like that one. So this author is basically like an old soul. I was reading up on her. She's from LA. She's very creative. She's also a musician, and she's very techie too. I heard she games. So yes, she's a creative writer. She's a poet. She's a museum. She definitely is a museum. She's a musician. And you can also find her on the web at KristinMichelleElizabeth.com if you ever want to check her out. I've always been into reading. There's some authors I love and I admire, and she's one of them. And that's why I figured it would be an honor to recite some of her poetry tonight. Especially with, what's been going on. Sometimes we need that little bit of a check-in with sanity, Full moon in Capricorn, Uranus in Gemini, Venus in Gemini. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. That's all I'm going to say. But for my mutable signs, you will notice that you are moving into an era of your life that you are definitely not in your soft era. This is not your soft era. This is definitely your villain era. If you go back 2019, 2020, I want to say 2020, 2021, it's kind of like a repeat of that in some sense for you, the mutable signs, okay? Mutable signs are Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius. Hi, guys. How's it going? Hope everything's going well for you. Just remember that during these times that we're going through, don't lose your sanity. Peace is the most important thing to you. Sometimes there are some fights and arguments and confrontations that, that need to be you need to stay away from. I don't know why I said that. I think someone needed to hear it. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm not trying to tell you to shrink yourself or dim your light. I'm trying to say that, maybe it's time to just give it silence and walk away and be the villain that you need to be to save yourself. The hero is normally the one that saves the world, and it's the villain that normally thinks about him or herself or themselves. And right now, with the sky being in the position that it's in, well, the stars being in the positions that they're in, the constellations being in the position that they're in, we must honestly choose ourselves at this point. Many of you have been through a lot of rugged relationships, rugged connections. The terrain has been really rough. And I feel like you're finally getting your footing, like you finally found a foothold where you can feel safe. And please don't let people come back in, because we are in the retrograde shadow period right now. Yes, we are. Surprise. This is why I figured this would be such a beautiful gift to give to you guys, to recite some poetry with you. Just remember, anyone that comes back is a lesson that we need to learn from. If nobody comes back, that means whatever lesson you needed to learn is fine. You're good. You're moving on. If you see a situation repeating itself, a pattern repeating itself, that is most likely something you need to learn from. Remember, nothing is a punishment. It's a learning experience. And if you attach that connotation to all your experiences, no experience will ever be a bad experience. A lot of times what we do is we like to attach the word, oh, this makes me feel bad, or this was such a negative experience. And we literally tend to lower our vibrations like that, because next time when we face that same challenge, we tend to attach that negative energy to it. We remember that bad memory that's attached to it. If you can, please change the way you think, if it's possible, because it's only healthy for you to do that. And what I'm telling you to do is basically, when you have experiences in your life and you start meeting them in a different manner, in a different way, that is showing growth. That is showing that you have evolved. That is also showing that you are breaking karmic cycles, generational curses. Okay. Things that our ancestors have been going through over and over, things that you probably have been going through over and over. Once you decide to meet the situation in a different way that you normally would meet it, that is basically you breaking the cycle, right? So if you can continue to do that, where you normally would argue about something or, speak up for something, maybe this time around you shouldn't do that. Maybe this time around you shouldn't even give it your energy, because to be honest with you, I personally am getting to a point where I don't want to explain myself. Like, just go away. I don't want to talk to you. I'm done. I don't have anything to say. Now I'm going to walk away and I really don't care anymore. I'll give you an example. I got into an argument. Well, it was an argument. It was an argument with a family member. And I said what I wanted to say. The family member said what they wanted to say, and that's it. It was done. I walked away, and then as I walked away, being an Aquarius moon, I thought of some more zesty comebacks. And as I saw the family member again, the zesty comeback came up in my mind, like, ooh, that's what I should say now this time. And instead, I took the higher ground, or the higher road. I took the Hierophant advice. If you guys know, the Hierophant in the tarot deck is basically taking the higher ground, taking the road less traveled. I said to myself, you know what? I'm over it. That was like 3 hours ago that we argued. I don't really care anymore. So I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to do what I need to do, and I'm just going to go back to where I need to go and say hello and call it a day. I have never done that before. Aquarius moon, Sagittarius sun, walking away from a confrontation. But yeah, I did, because it wasn't worth it. I really felt that person wasn't really worth my energy. I chose myself when I walked away. And maybe some of you need to do the same thing, and this could be the rebirth. You see how I cycle that back into the poetry? The chapter I read you from the book of This Will Set Me Free was called Rebirth. And sometimes we need to change, we need to evolve, and especially for the mutable signs right now, some of you have been so giving and so loving and so nurturing to people, and I think you need to take that away now and walk away and nurture yourself and give to yourself and bring peace into your life. Okay? I hope this message helped. I hope this resonated with you. And of course, if any of the poems resonated with you, or if you liked any of the poems, please feel free to leave a comment at the bottom. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye.